Hey there, welcome everybody. We are here in game 119 of our 2016 Mets replay. It's the New York Mets versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's going to be Thor, Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard was 14-9 with a 2.60 ERA in 30 starts, and versus Braden Shipley for Arizona, who was 4-5 with a 5.27 ERA in 11 starts. Braden Shipley. And the Mets are on the road, so they'll be batting first. We're going to get started right away. We're going to roll some dice. Jose Reyes leading off, followed by Curtis Granderson, and then it's going to be Jay Bruce. Play ball. And it's 6-3 off Shipley's card, and that's a fly ball right field. X in right field is Tomas. He's a 4, and that's a 14. And that's going to be, drops in there for a single for Reyes. So Reyes is on. Reyes is always a threat to steal. He is a B base stealer. That's a 1-13, I believe. So he may go at some point. Here's the pitch. It's 5-4, and that's a swing and a miss for Granderson, down on strikes. So with one out now, and Jay Bruce coming to bat. And Reyes takes his lead off first, and there he goes, and he's safe at second under the tag. Stolen base for Reyes. Jay Bruce, the batter, 6-9. That's going to be a fly ball center field. C. Runners hold for out number 2. And next is going to be James Loney. Loney joined the Mets after Lucas Duda went down with an injury. 2-5, and that's a ground ball right at the second baseman, Segura. Segura over to first for out number 3. Let's leave a runner on a single by Reyes. And after half an inning, it's no score with the Diamondbacks coming to bat. Gene Segura. It's a 4-7 under Syndergaard, and that's going to be a ground ball X. It's a 13. Johnson is playing second base, and he's a 4-13. He boots it. So Segura is on an error by Johnson. Kelly Johnson from Austin, Texas. Now retired, I believe. Here's the pitch to Michael Bourne, 6-5. That's a strikeout. Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt. So 6-3, and that's a strikeout. Out number 2, and next is going to be Jake Lamb. That's a 2-10, and that's a ground ball right at the shortstop. Reyes takes it himself for out number 3. All right, we're top of the second here, and it's Kelly Johnson leading off. 6-9 on Shipley's card. 6-9. It's lifted to center field. Under it is Bourne. One away. T.J. Rivera. And that's a 6-8. It's a fly ball to right. Tomas. Under it. Out number 2. And it's going to be Alejandro De Aza playing center field for the Mets. 5-9, again off Shipley. That's a 9, fly ball center field. And Bourne squeezes it. 3 up, 3 down, go to the bottom of the second. Yasmani Tomas is going to lead off. He's got good power. Hit 31 home runs in 2016. 1-3, and that's ball 4. So Tomas on with a walk. Next is Wellington Castillo, or Beef Wellington as we call him in Arizona. 1-9. It's a swing and a miss. That goes down on strikes. Third strikeout for Syndergaard. Haniger, 2-6. Haniger batted .229 with 5 home runs. So off Haniger's card, a 2-6 is a hard hit ground ball right at Reyes. Flips to Johnson, back to Loney, 6-4-3, and the Mets are out of the inning. Nice double play turned by the Mets. Go to the top of the third now. Still no score. It's going to be Rene Rivera, the catcher for the Mets, leading off. I'm not sure who he's with now, but he was traded last year to the Cubs. Traded or released and then picked up by the Cubs. I'm not totally sure. 4-9, and that's going to be off Shipley. 4-9, and that ball is lifted to deep center field. Back goes Bourne to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. Home run. Rene Rivera. Mets are up 1-0 now. Got a card, a batting card for Syndergaard. Don't know where that's vanished to. Let's look around. We may have to just improvise. That's unusual. Don't know where that went off to. We got it now. Okay, so Syndergaard has his own batting card. There's nobody out here in the top of the third. Mets are up 1-0 on the home run by Rene Rivera. And that's going to be a 6-9. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. Under it is Bourne. Out number 1. It's Jose Reyes. He singled in the first at bat. It's 5-8, 5-8. And that's lifted to deep center field. And that's over the head of the center fielder. And Reyes slides into second base with a double. Bourne ran that down quickly and got it in to keep Reyes to a double. Curtis Granderson, 5-8. And that's lifted to dead center field. And that's way back out of here. 2-run home run for Granderson off Shipley. And Shipley wishes he had that pitch back. That's up 3-0 now here in the top of the third. So the Mets have been getting to Shipley in the top of the third. 6-3. That's a fly ball right field. X a 10. Tomas is a 4 in right field. And that drops in there. And hustling around first is Bruce. And he's in safe at second with a double. Excuse me, that's the 4th hit for the Mets in this inning. James Loney now. .37. That's lined and caught by Segura for out number 2. Kelly Johnson. Johnson flied out to center. That's 4-7. That's ball 4. So Kelly's on at first. And it's T.J. Rivera. T.J. Rivera batted .333 in 100 at-bats for the Mets. Here's the pitch to Rivera. It's off Shipley's card. A 4-6 ground ball, second base, X. Segura's a 1. And Segura takes that for the force. Out number 3, but the Mets pick up 3 big runs on a solo shot by Rene Rivera and a 2-run shot by Curtis Granderson. And we go to the bottom of the third, score 3-0. It's going to be Owings, excuse me, the shortstop for the Diamondbacks. He still plays with them, plays right field now. 1-7. It's a fly ball, and that's going to be Granderson. 1 away. Here's Shipley. That's 3-4. That's a ground ball right back at Syndergaard. Out number 2. Next is going to be Segura, Gene Segura, who reached on an error by second baseman Kelly Johnson. 2-5, and that's a strikeout. That's Syndergaard's 4th strikeout. 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the third. We go to the top of the fourth. Top of the fourth, it's going to be Diaz or Rene Rivera, and Syndergaard. 3-7. That's a strikeout. Diaz down on strikes. He's 0 for 2 now. And that's strikeout number 2 for Shipley. Rene Rivera, 5-12. And that's a fly ball lifted to left field. Left fielder Haniger, 2 outs. And now it's going to be Syndergaard. 3-7. That's a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Syndergaard. That's a third strikeout for Shipley today. Bottom of the fourth. It's going to be Bourne, Goldschmidt, and Lamb. Pitch by Bourne. That's a strikeout, number 5 for Syndergaard. 2-6. And that's going to be a split die. Line drive base hit for Goldschmidt. Looks like it's the first hit of the game for Arizona. Paul Goldschmidt on at first. Jake Lamb now. 3-4, and that's ball 4. Runners on first and second. So the Diamondbacks have something going here. Tomas, 3-5. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Number 6 for Syndergaard. And Castillo, 5-7. It's a hard hit ground ball right at Reyes. 14. He is a 4. And Reyes steps on the bag for out number 3. Go to the top of the 5th now. 3-0 Mets. It's going to be Jose Reyes leading off. The top of the 5th inning. Reyes is 2 for 2, a double and a single. 1-8. And that's lined and caught by the third baseman, Lamb, out number 1. Granderson, 666, the sign of the devil. And Granderson off of Shipley's card is going to pop up to the right side. First baseman Goldschmidt calls for it. Only with Stratomatic, and I'm sure with some other games, can you roll the sign of the devil and still survive. I hope I don't speak too soon. Knock on wood. Where's the wood? Don't have any wood. Holy moly. Wait, the wall. There must be some wood in the wall. Okay. Jay Bruce doubled. He's 1 for 2. Here we are in the top of the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Mets. Shipley versus Syndergaard. It's 3-6. 3-6 is a swing and a miss, and Bruce down on strikes. 4th strikeout for Shipley. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Mitch Haniger leading off. Mitch Haniger batted .229 with 5 home runs. That's a 3-6 off Haniger's card, and that's popped up to the left side. And that's going to be TJ Rivera calling for it, out number 1. Owings next. And that's 6-4 against Syndergaard, and that's a ground ball right at our third baseman, TJ Rivera. Rivera is a 4 third baseman, not a very good third baseman. See what happens. We roll a 7, and he boots it. So Owings on at first on a TJ Rivera error. And next is going to be Shipley. I'm not going to pinch hit here in the bottom of the 5th just yet. 4-3. 4-3. Ground ball X to the first baseman. Our first baseman is Loney, a 3. And that's a 10. And that's going to be a 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. We go to the top of the 6th. It's going to be James Loney leading off. He started that nice double play in the bottom of the inning. In the bottom of the last inning. And it's going to be 1-10. It's a ground ball right at Segura. Feels it. 1 away. And it's 6-9 off of Shipley. 6-9. Fly ball lifted to center. Bourne measures it. Out number 2. This game's really moving along. And now it's T.J. Rivera. T.J. Rivera is 0 for 2. He flied out and hit into a force out. And that's a 6-8. 6-8 off Shipley's card. That's a fly ball lifted to right field. That's Tomas in right. Squeezes it for out number 3. About the bottom of the 6th inning now. It's going to be Segura, Bourne, and Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch to Segura. Segura's 0 for 2 on the day, and that's a 3-6. And that's line base hit for Gene Segura. Segura gets a hit. Now he's quite a batter in 2016, batted .319. Not too shabby. Here's Bourne, Michael Bourne, 111. And that's going to be a split die. That ball is lined and caught by the second baseman, Kelly Johnson. 1 away. It's a 6-8 to Paul Goldschmidt. That's going to be off Syndergaard's card, and that's a swing and a miss. Goldschmidt down on strikes for out number 2. That's going to be Thor's 7th strikeout. Jake Lamb now, he's 0 for 1. He walked. 110. And that ball is launched into the gap. And that's going to roll all the way to the wall, rattles around out there, and Lamb is going to go for 3. Here's the throw, and he's out. No, he's safe with a triple. 2-out triple, 2-out RBI triple, scoring Segura. And it's 3-1 now. Jake Lamb got a hold of one, and Syndergaard wishes he had that pitch back. Tomas, Yasmani Tomas, good power. Here's the pitch to Tomas, 1-4, and that's a ground ball right back to Syndergaard. He feels his position for out number 3. So the Diamondbacks pick up 1 on 2 hits here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Go to the top of the 7th, 3-1 Mets. And it's going to be De Aza, Rivera, and Syndergaard against Shipley. 2 pitchers are going deep into the game here. 1-6, and that's a fly ball lifted to right. That's Tomas right there. Rene Rivera, 6-9. It's a fly ball in the gap, and running it down is Bourne for out number 2. And Syndergaard next. And that's a 2-9, and that's a swing and a miss. Syndergaard down on strikes, number 5 for Shipley. And that's 3 up, 3 down. Shipley's retired 9, 12, 13 Mets in a row. Bottom of the 7th is going to be Castillo, Haniger, and Owings. Castillo, Haniger, and Owings in the bottom of the 7th in a 3-2 Met lead right now. Wellington Castillo, Roy Halladay just fell over. Let's get him back up on his feet. 3-8. It's off Castillo's card. That's a fly ball lifted to the left. There is Curtis Granderson for out number 1. Mitch Haniger now. That's a 6-8. And that's going to be a strikeout. Strikeout number 8 for Thor, and out number 2. And Chris Owings. Owings is 0 for 2 on the day. It's going to be a 3-7. And that's a ground ball right at the third baseman. T.J. Rivera feels it, guns it to first. Gets Owings by a step for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Go to the top of the 8th. Top of the 8th is going to be Jose Reyes against Shipley. 4-4. It's a fly ball center field X. Center field is a 3. It's a 14. And that's Bourne, runs it down. Out number 1. Granderson up next. That's a 4-4 now. It's a fly ball X again. Keeping Bourne busy out there. And we're going to have to roll that again. That's a 12. And Bourne, that drops in and goes off of, that's a hit. It's a single, but Bourne bobbles it out there, and hustling over to second is Granderson, so it's going to be a single and an error on the center fielder, allowing Granderson to go to second. So with one out, Granderson is standing at second base. Jay Bruce, here's the pitch to Bruce, 1-6, and that's lifted to deep center field. Bourne back to the track, to the wall, looks up, that's out of here. 2-run shot for Bruce off Shipley. And that gives the Mets a 5-1 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. So Jay Bruce paying dividends after coming over from the Cincinnati Reds here in a late season trade, a trade deadline trade, and hits a 2-run shot. He's 2 for 4 on the day, drives in 2 runs here, and it gives the Mets a 5-1 lead. So the Mets are looking good, 10 games above 500. They have the potential of winning the division. That would be crazy. They actually, in 2016, they ended up playing the San Francisco Giants. Well, let's not count our eggs before they're hatched. It's a 5-1 game here. We're still in the middle of August, so there's a long way to go. James Loney now, the batter, and it looks like there's going to be a pitching change. They're going to pull Shipley. So Shipley did a heck of a job, went 7 1/3. And we're going to see Hudson. Let's look at Hudson. Daniel Hudson. You can see here that he was 3-2 with 5.22 ERA. He pitched in this game. So we try to bring in and use the players that actually played first. If we run out of players or something like that, then we just kind of go by the previous day's game or the game the following day, kind of keep a track of who was actually on the roster. All right, so Hudson, Loney is going to face Hudson. Here's the pitch to Loney. It's 5-1 Mets. 2-7. That's a ground ball right at the third baseman. Lamb fields it over to first for out number 2. And Kelly Johnson. Kelly Johnson is 0 for 2 on the day. And that's a 1-2. That ball is lined and caught by Segura for out number 3. So Hudson does his job, comes in, faces 2 batters, and gets them both. But the Mets pick up 2 big runs here, and they lead it by a score of 5-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th, it's going to be, we had a double switch. Let's see who we brought in there. Weeks for Haniger. So Weeks is gonna bat. Ricky Weeks Jr. hasn't played for weeks, and it's Hudson in Haniger's spot. So that was a double switch that we did not report, but we're doing it now. Okay. It's going to be Syndergaard's still in there, and he's going to face Weeks. Here's the pitch from Syndergaard. It's a 3-4, and that's a ground ball right at Reyes. Feels it, guns it to first, and gets Weeks by a step. So out number 1. And next is going to be Gene Segura, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Pitch to Segura, 6-8, excuse me. And that's a strikeout. Number 9. Segura down on strikes for the second time. Out number 2. And next is going to be Michael Bourne. That's a 1-6. And that ball is lined. Base hit center field for Bourne. His first hit of the day. So 2 outs. Bourne is on at first, and it's Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt. He's 1 for 3. Struck out twice and singled. And that's a 6-5 off Syndergaard's card. And that's a swing and a miss. Paul Goldschmidt down on strikes. Number 10. 10 Ks for Thor. Go to the top of the 9th inning. T.J. Rivera for the Mets. Facing Daniel Hudson. 3-6. It's a ground ball right at the shortstop. Owings over to first. Out number 1. De Aza now. De Aza's 0 for 3. It's a 1-8, and that's a ground ball again to Owings. 2 down. And Rene Rivera, 6-7. That's a ground ball second base. Segura's a 1. That shouldn't be a problem. And Segura feels it and easily throws out Rivera, the catcher. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 9th inning. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Mets up 5-1 over the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 2 of a 3-game series. And it's going to be Jake Lamb. We're going to see if Syndergaard can complete the game. That's wild. If that happens, this is like a perfect game or a no-hitter almost nowadays. So it's 6-7. That's a fly ball lifted to right. Mets right field. Bruce is right there. Out number 1. So Jake Lamb flies out to right. Yasmani Tomas. There's action in the Mets bullpen. 3-8. And that's a hard hit ground ball right at Reyes. Comes up with it over to first. Out number 2. We're 1 out away from a complete game, guys. Believe it or not. This is hard to believe. Here's Wellington Castillo. Wellington Castillo is 0 for 3 on the day. That's going to be a 4-9. A 4-9 off of Syndergaard's card is a line drive. Oh, caught by the third baseman, T.J. Rivera, for out number 3. Complete game. You have witnessed a complete game. Yes, Mets win it by a score of 5-1. Granderson hit a 2-run shot. Jay Bruce hit a 2-run shot, and Rene Rivera hit a solo shot. So all the scoring came from home runs. That's crazy, man. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, because, I didn't, mess around all that much. Just kind of got down to business. So anyway, that's it. Syndergaard's going to get the victory. Got to look at what his numbers are. He's going to get a complete game. Got to put a star next to that, man. Complete game. You don't see those anymore. Guys, when's the last time you saw a complete game somewhere, right? So anyway, that's going to be it. Keeping this short and sweet. And the Diamondbacks score 1 run against Syndergaard. He gives up only 3 hits in the game. He strikes out 10. He walks 1, 2. He walks 2. And gives up no home runs. And that's all. The Mets win it 5-1. They improve their record to 64-53. And this is Combat Painter saying so long. Talk to you guys soon. Got one more game to play in this 3-game series today, so I will be back in a little while to play another one. So long, guys. Talk to you soon. Take care, Bob.